showtime.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are coming to you live right now from the back of Deck 9 here on the Margaritaville At Sea Islander. Thank you all for being with us. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, Robert, aka The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, aka Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. Not only are we coming to you live, but we're coming to you what I'm calling raw, because we forgot all of our normal production equipment. Literally left the suitcases at home.
We are old school today.
So we normally, sound better, look better, and have great effects, but that's that. Anyway, tonight we're going to be showing you 18 different cabins. And we do it a little bit different. It's kind of turned into a drinking game, so hopefully everybody has their drinks with them, their favorite beverage, whether it's water, coffee, or something alcoholic, hopefully. Get ready, because we're going to start that in just a couple of minutes. Before we get going, even though we're out live, we always love to show balcony cam. This is a shot from a balcony with the moon. I think we're going to call it, what, moonbeam cam or moonbeam cam, something, I don't know.
Yeah, moonbeam cam.
But there you go. There's a little bit of that for you guys. All right, so let's say hello for just a couple of people here. Say hello, and then we'll get to the cabins. Patricia, happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Hello, Irene. No, it's not my birthday, Irene. We'll tell you here in just a second. Hello, Charles. Again, everybody's saying hello. Howdy, Bev. Macrina, it's about time. Yes, it is. It is cruise time. Hello, MJ. Good to see you. Charles is like, sorry, can't participate in the drinking game tonight. Doctor's orders. No worry. You can drink water. You have our permission. This time last Saturday, I had developed a brain. What? So no blood for 2 weeks for me, orange drink for me. Okay, that's great. Well, hopefully you're doing better, Charles. We're sorry to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope you're feeling better.
He says doing much better. That is excellent. Yes, we call this TMC Unplugged, because we're literally just sitting here. We're unplugged from everything. We're just sitting here with our laptop. All right, moonshine cam. Okay.
Moonshine.
And then Patricia says, only said happy birthday. Well, it is actually today the 1-year anniversary, or the birthday, of the Margaritaville at Sea Islander.
Yay!
One more applause. So they had a big celebration today. Yeah, this time last year was the very first day of its very first cruise with this ship with Margaritaville at Sea. So they had a big ceremony today in the atrium, and the captain came out, and God, it was fun. We shot some video.
Margaritas for everyone.
We'll have to listen to it and watch it and see how it is. We'll either put it up on the channel as just a special, or up on Patreon. We're not sure yet. We have to see it, what the music sounds like and stuff. So, but yeah, so it's Margaritaville's birthday.
Yeah.
So again, happy birthday.
The Islander.
The Islander.
The
Islander, that is.
Yes.
All right. So without further ado, I know a lot of you came here to see the cabins. So let's do it now. We do it a little differently. All right. We do things around here. We do it tall man style. Here we go. First one, cozy interior, tall man style.
Filming Tom and style.
Hey everybody, this is Cabin 9016. This is a cozy interior. As we came in, on my right-hand side is your closets. There's 3 of them. You'll have shelves. Your safe is in there. There's hanging. Plenty of place to store some roll-on luggage. The rest of your luggage, obviously, you can put under the bed if you want. Speaking of beds, here it is in its king configuration, or you can separate them to be 2 twins if you like. Love the picture behind there. We've got our wallpaper here, our palm trees on that side. Over there we have some pictures of some parrots, of course. There's no power by the bed, except there is USB on the lamp. Across from the bed, we have our TV area. We have a mini fridge. There is US and European, and that is it for there. A little ice bucket. There's also some drawers on this side. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Toilet is in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". It's also great from a width standpoint, so if you're a little on the fluffy side, that's good too. Nice corner shower, everybody. You got your lotions and potions already in there as well. from the sink, single basin sink, nice big countertop, makeup mirror, 4 shelves, there's power up top, there's even some storage down below. So there you go. So there is your normal cozy interior. Living on island time. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Look, I called it normal, but there's not another classification of cozy interior. However, this one that we're going to show you now is way larger, but it's still just a cozy interior. Hey everybody, this is Cabin 10024. It's a cozy inside, but it's rather big. It's actually got a sofa in here, so we wanted to show you what this particular cabin looked like. As you're coming all the way in, as you see, there's your bed. It's in its king configuration, or it can separate to be 2 twins. Nice picture there behind the bed. Love the decor in here, right? It's very tropical with the palm trees. Really nice. Love the pictures of the bird and stuff. There's your sofa that I mentioned as we came in. It would convert to become a bed. Over here you have an elongated sort of desk area. 1 US, 1 European. I don't see any USB. There is USB by the bed, but I believe it is on the lamp. Mirror lights up. Your closets are right there. There's 3 of them. And then let's take a look at the bathroom. Gonna turn the lights on. Of course, there's still some towels in here. Corner shower, lotions and potions in there. Adjustable shower head. It is a curtain, as you can see. Toilet's in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". Plus, there's plenty of width in there, so it would be great for the tall and fluffy. Single basin sink. There's a makeup mirror, 4 shelves, power, storage underneath as well. It's probably a little tight in there, but once you're out of the shower and open that curtain, I don't think it'd be bad at all. So there you go, everybody. A cozy interior. If it's different, we'll obviously tell you because most of the interiors don't have sofas in them. So, awesome. By the way, we also want to give a shout out to Christian. Thank you so much for working the music here. Christian is one of the audio techs on board, and he came here and lowered the music for us in the Tiki Bar and Grill, which is where we are. Again, we're out on the back of deck 9. There's the Tiki Bar and Grill. There's a pool back here as well, right there. It's pretty much where we were last night. In fact, exactly where we were. But we wanted to thank Christian for turning down the music. We got to meet him just a few minutes ago, so thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Kristen.
All right, moving on to more cabins. We have a picturesque ocean view. All right, everyone, this is cabin 1241. This is a picturesque ocean view. Let's come in and take a look. So as we come in and we turn this way, we have 3 closets. You have some shelves on this side. There's hanging there, and then there's another closet behind the door. We're not going to look at that. Over here, we have our desk area. There's a little stool hidden underneath there. 1 US, 1 European from a power standpoint. Across from that, we do have our sofa, which in a lot of cabins can become a bed. Love the star above that. Okay, we do have a king-size bed or 2 twins, depending on how you want to have it configured. There is USB power on the lamps. And let's not forget the TV that is at the foot of the bed. Love that. Now, this is a picturesque ocean view. So behind the curtains, you have a nice big picture window. I mean, today we're looking at the barge filling the ship up with fuel. But imagine this on a sea day, right? This would be an epic view. Love it. Just lay there in bed and watch the epic seas go by. Well, hopefully they're not too epic. Let's go look at the bathroom. All right, nice corner shower, same as the rest of the cabins, right? But the fact that there's a curtain allows to have some more width for shoulder height there by the toilet. So if you're a little on the fluffy side, that's great. From a tall standpoint, I'm 6'4". In fact, you can see me standing here in the bathroom from a height standpoint, right? So I'm not going to sit on the toilet, but you get the idea. But it's good for 6'4", so it's great for the tall and fluffy. So there's your picturesque ocean view. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Oh, that was a double.
2 of them in
that was
there.
A double shot in there. All right. Yeah, Angela, we're thinking about you. Hopefully you guys are all well.
Yes, we are. You're on our thoughts and prayers.
All right, moving on. This is a partial view ocean view. Hey everybody, this is cabin 4200. This is a partial obstructed ocean view. And as you see, it's like a wall of glass. It's almost like having a balcony, guys, except, well, you can't open it and get out there. Even if you could, there's, well, not too much to see anyway. But what a lot of light that lets in, even though there is some obstruction with the lifeboat. So let's move back here so you can see here's your bed, which is in its king configuration. You can separate them to be two twins. The only power at the head of the bed is USB that's on either of the lamps. Love the picture. Across from the bed here on the other side, we have a TV. You have a little ice bucket and some cups. There's a mini fridge down here. There's some storage over there. There you go. We have a hair dryer in this drawer, 3 other drawers there. That mirror does light up. As far as power goes, you have 1 US, 1 European. Across from this, you have your sofa, and a lot of the cabins that would become another bed if need be, and a little table. We have 3 closets. This one here has safe and shelves, but you can hang stuff there and pull that shelf up. There's also double hanging on this side, and the third one behind the door, it's just shelves. Last but not least, we have our bathroom, which is the same in all the cabins except for the suites. Nice corner shower with the curtain, as you see, lotions and potions in there. Toilet's in a great place for someone my height at 6'4", as well as if you're a little on the fluffy side. We have 6 shelves, makeup mirror. There's power up top there. There's also some storage down underneath the single basin solid surface sink. So there you go. There's your picturesque, partially obstructed ocean view. Let us know if that would bother you. I kind of like it. I kind of like the big glass wall. You let us know in the comments. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Let us know in the chat if you like that big window, big wall of glass.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to another partial view. This is a partial view balcony. Hey everybody, this is Cabin 5228. This is a partial view breezy balcony. A partial obstructed view, breezy balcony. There we go. So we'll go right to the partial view, which you can already see it. All right, so it's the same size balcony as the regular breezy balconies. This door is open, so this would normally be closed. Want to make sure I give you that look, so that would normally be closed, so the balcony's not that big. But as you can see, well, you're looking at the lifeboats. You're not looking down at the water. You can look out at the water or the city or wherever you're at, but you don't have views down. Partial obstructed view. Outside of that, you have a king-size bed or 2 twins, depending on how you want to have it set up. There's USB power on the lamps. Across from the bed, we have our TV. And then we have our desk area. There's a mini fridge down there. As you see, hair dryer. There's shelves, drawers. 1 European, 1 US power. Nice lighted mirror. Behind me, let's not forget the sofa. Love the star. We see that in almost all the cabins. You have 3 closets. In this one here, you have some, your safe, some hanging. There's actually a table that can come out of there. Some more hanging, and then there's one behind the door. By the way, that table would sort of go right there. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Nice corner shower. You do have the curtain, which allows for some extra space in here, which I kind of enjoy, especially for a smaller bathroom. Toilet's in a great place for someone my height at 6'4", so that is, as well as there's plenty of width too, so if you're a little on the fluffy side. We have 6 shelves, makeup mirror, there's some soap up there as you see, there's also power way up there, and there's some storage down beneath. All in all, not a bad bathroom, a little bit small, but I think it's very, very functional for a ship this size in this age. There is your partial view breezy balcony. Let us know what you think, if that one would be fine for you looking at that view. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao. All right, let's move on to a breezy balcony. Hey everybody, this is Cabin 8111. This is a breezy balcony, and this is our cabin. So we should come in on my left-hand side here. That is where our closets are. There's 3 of them. In here we have our safe and a couple drawers. There's a hanging bar right here. The bar's right there. You can lift that shelf up and store it if you want more hanging. We also have hanging in here. Nice long hanging. And more hanging here. Lots of hanging. Coming further in here, we have our desk area. We have 1 US, 1 European. Nice mirror. Phone, of course. We have a hair dryer in this drawer down here. 3 additional drawers there. We have a mini fridge right here. Let's see if it's loaded. It is not. It's empty. Okay. Across from this, we do have our sofa, which is like a jackknife, so it does slide down. That can become a bed. Love the star above there. Little nautical theme. palm tree picture above the bed, which is in its king configuration, or it can be two twins. You just separate them, and then these nightstands would go in the middle. There's no power at the head, except there is USB on the lights. There's a TV across from the bed. Let's not forget that. This is a breezy balcony, so let's go check out the breeziness. It's locked. There's a lock up here and the lock down there. We are a breezy balcony. We have looks to the back of the ship this way. And as you can see, we are nearly right up at the bridge. We're on the same deck as the bridge here. Beautiful views up and down the side of the ship. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Toilet's in a great place for someone my height, guys. It's 6'4". Plenty of leg room. Since the shower here has a curtain, as you can see, you can move that off the side. So even if you're a little on the fluffy side, there's plenty of room as well. Good for the tall and fluffy. Shower, we just talked about, old school has a curtain. We do have shampoo, conditioners, and stuff in there. It is an adjustable one that's also handheld. Over here we have our makeup mirror, 6 shelves. There's power up top right over there if we need to plug something in. There's storage underneath this single basin, solid surface sink. All in all, I mean, it's a standard size for an old ship. It's not too big, not too small. The fact that it has a curtain does sort of give it the feeling of more space because you can tuck it off to the side the way that you see it there. There you go. There's a breezy balcony here on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. All in all, looks pretty good. See you on the next one. Ciao. Yep, now this one is a breezy balcony as well, but this is a triple/quad. Hey everyone, this is cabin 8138. This is a cozy balcony, or a breezy balcony, I should say, but it's set up for 3 or 4 people, and we wanted to show you that. As you see, the bed is normally up in the ceiling, but this is what it looks like when it comes down, and then other people can sleep on the sofa. During the day, if you need more space, this can go back up into the ceiling. So we wanted to show you that. Outside of that, it looks like the rest of the breezy balconies, a king-size bed that can either be 2 twins. There is USB power on the lamps. We'll just show you the balcony since we're already down there. Decent-sized balcony, guys. It's pretty deep. Most balconies these days are a little bit more shallow. Got great views out the side of the ship. Not so much this way, but definitely looking back this way. He's out there cleaning. Couple of chairs. Again, TV's across from the bed. You got your ice bucket there. There's some power, 1 US, 1 European. You've got a hair dryer, some drawers. There's a mini fridge here. We already pointed out the sofa and the bed. There's 3 closets. Bathroom's gonna look like the rest that we've seen. Nice corner shower with a curtain, lotions and potions in there. Toilet in a great place for someone my height at 6'4", plus plenty of room left and right. So if you're on the fluffy side, that's good too. Nice single basin sink. You have 6 shelves in here, makeup mirror. There's power right up there and some storage down below. So there is your breezy balcony, but set up for 3 or 4 people. A lot of people always ask what it looks like. So there it is. Ciao. All right, so let's now move on to some of the accessible cabins. This is an accessible, cozy interior. Hey everybody, this is cabin 7102. This is an accessible cabin. I have it listed as a picturesque ocean view, but as you can see, it is not a picturesque ocean view. And in case it's listed wrong, I wanted to make sure I pointed that out. Now, I could have written it down wrong, and that this is just a cozy interior accessible cabin. Either way, as you see, let me turn around. There is plenty of space, as you can see, big wide door, lots of room for wheelchairs or scooters. You do have a 0 clearance bathroom, which we'll show in a minute. There is a king-size bed, which can split up to become 2 twins. Currently, in its king configuration, you can get a chair on either side of the bed. If you do separate them, it might be a little bit more challenging. Across from here, you have your desk area. There's a mini fridge there. There's some more storage. There's a hair dryer, 1 European, 1 US, nice lighted mirror. Let's not forget the TV. Your closets are over here. There's 3 of them. You have shelves, safe, hanging, everything that you could possibly need. And there's a lower hanging there for somebody that's in a chair. Now, I mentioned the 0 clearance, so you roll right in. Big wide door. So you come on in here. There's bars to grab onto, a bench you can transfer to. Same thing here at the toilet, bars for grab on. There's an emergency pull here as well. And the sink you can roll up to as well. A nice accessible bathroom. So there you go. Again, it was listed, at least unless I wrote it down wrong, as a picturesque ocean view. But as you see, there's no view. So cozy interior. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right, I did double check. On the deck plans we have, it does say it's a picturesque ocean view. Obviously, there was no window in there. So you know that is a cozy interior. All right. Now, this one, however, is an accessible partial view or partial obstructed ocean view. Hey everybody, this is cabin 4202. This is an accessible cabin. This is a partial ocean view. As you see, here's your window, but you do have the lifeboat sort of in the way. I mean, you can see a little bit, but you know, it's a bit obstructed. So let's turn around. As you see, nice entryway, nice and wide, plenty of room for your chairs or scooters. The bed is pushed over to one side. The chair is only going to have access either here or at the foot of the bed, so I'm going to go here. As far as the beds go, it can be king or it can be 2 twins, and there's USB power on the lamps. Across from this, you do have your desk area with a chair. There's power over there, 1 US, 1 European. Mini fridge, TV, some storage. It's all here. And there's a couple other closets down there. Now, this is a 0 clearance bathroom, meaning you can roll right in. There's a bit of a little... Now, as you see, there's a curtain for privacy for the shower. Plenty of grab bars, bench you can transfer over to, toilet with more grab bars, and you do have an emergency pull. You can also roll right up to the sink. 3 shelves. Power is also accessible. It's been lowered. Most of the power is up top for all the regular cabins. It's been lowered for this. So there is your partially obstructed ocean view accessible cabin. It's a mouthful today. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right, let's move on to an extended balcony. Hey everybody, this is cabin 7158. This is an extended balcony. As we come in on my left-hand side, we have our closets. There are 3 of them. And so you'll have your hanging, you'll have shelves, you'll have your safe, everything that you need in there. And again, there's one more behind the door. We're not going to open that door. Coming further in, we have our little desk area. There is a little stool down there, not a big chair. You have your hair dryer, 1 US, 1 European, nice big mirror. Got our nice pictures of the parrots, and of course, nice decent sized TV. Let's not forget the mini fridge. Across from all this, we have our sofa, which in most cases can convert to a bed. Not always, but in some cases it does. Love the star, and let's not forget the table that can move. Bed, it's either in a king configuration like you see it, or it can separate to become 2 twins. There's USB power on the lamps. Now this is an extended balcony, so let's go take a look at the extended balcony. As you can see, well, there's a lot more balcony. Obviously not more width, but more depth. We have a nice deep balcony here. Hang out and stretch. Someone at my height, my legs at 6'4", we can kick out and relax a little bit more, and great views looking down the side of the ship. Obviously, we can't see anything here. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Standard bathroom that we've seen here in the cabins. I've got a nice corner shower with all your lotions and potions. Toilet's in a great place for someone my height at 6'4", as well as plenty of width if you're a little on the fluffy side. We have 6 shelves, single basin sink, all solid surface, nice mirror. There's power, makeup mirror, and storage down beneath. So everything you need in that bathroom. It's a little on the smaller side on the ship, but the ship's 20 plus years old. So I don't think it's too bad, especially the fact that it has a curtain. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right, now time for one of my favorite cabins. This is the Wake View Balcony. Hey everybody, this is cabin 8270. This is a Wake View Balcony. Well, let's go take a look. As we come in, on my right-hand side is your closets. There's 3 of them. There's shelves, hanging, your safe. It's all in here, okay? There's plenty of room for storing all your clothes. Coming further in, we have a little desk area with a stool, hair dryer, one US, one European, nice mirror, nice pictures, right? There's a parrot in every room. And you have your TV down there with a nice bucket. Oh yeah, let's not forget the mini fridge. Across from this, you have your sofa, which can convert to become a bed if you need be. Love the star. And a little table that can move around as well. Your bed is a king-size bed or two twins, depending however you want to have it configured. And there is also USB power on the lamps. Now, this being a wake view balcony, let's see here, thought I had it open. This being a wake view balcony, we're all the way at the back of the ship, meaning you're seeing the wake of the boat. Great views of seeing where we just were. Now, you are not protected from above. I'm not sure there'll be anybody up there. Yep, there could be people up there. So as long as you're back here, no one can see you. But if you're standing out here at the edge, well, you're in view of people. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Just looks like the bathroom that we've seen in pretty much most of the rest of the cabins. Nice corner shower. As you see, it's got a curtain, a toilet. Great place for someone of my height at 6'4", as well as there's plenty of width because there's a curtain here. So it's good for the fluffy as well. We have 6 shelves, makeup mirror, there's power up top, single basin sink, there's some storage down beneath, everything that you need in a bathroom on a cruise ship. Older ships, so the bathroom's a little on the smaller side, but because of that curtain, I think there's plenty of room. Let us know what you think of the bathroom. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right, there's your wake view. Moving. It's still balconies. This is a forward-facing extended balcony. Hey everybody, this is Cabin 10002. This is a forward-facing extended balcony. As you come in, on your left here is the bathroom. We'll look at that last. Nice dressing mirror. You have 3 closets here. There'll be shelves, drawers down there at the bottom. You have hanging, some more shelves. And then over here, a safe and some more hanging. Coming further in, you have the TV. Nice, I like that logo, the star. But right across from the TV is the bed. So you have great views of the TV. It's in its king configuration where these can be separated to become 2 twins. Love the decor in here. There's 1 US, 1 European, and 1 USB. That's actually, it looks like HDMI. Okay, and you have the mini fridge down there, hair dryer, and the drawer. This is a forward-facing balcony, so it's an absolutely huge balcony, guys. Looks right out the front of the ship. Absolutely amazing. This would be great to hang out on sea days. Might be a little bit windy. When you're back here, you're protected from people looking above. But if you're out here, then people up there can see in. Now, let's go take a look at that bathroom. Yeah, decent bathroom. You have a corner shower. Not too bad for someone my height. I fit in there fine. Toilet's also in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". It's also great width, so plenty of room in there. So good for the tall and fluffy. You have 4 shelves, single basin sink, nice mirror. There's power in there, makeup mirror as well. All in all, not bad. Again, forward-facing balcony. The only thing this does not have, forward-facing extended balcony, I should say, is a sofa. That's it. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Ciao. And last but not least in the balcony category is the premium extended balcony. Hey everybody, this is Cabin 10010. This is a premium extended balcony, so let's take a look. As you come in here, on my left, I went by them, here's your closets. There's 3 on this side. You have shelves, right, safe, shelf, hanging on that side. And then there's 2 more actually behind the door. Leave the door open, that's fine. 2 behind the door. Coming further in, we have our little desk area with a mini fridge down there, your phone, couple USB, 1 US, 1 European. You have a nice sofa here, which can convert to become a bed. Again, love the star. We've seen that in several of the cabins. You have a king-size bed or 2 twins, depending on how you want to have it configured. The TV is on the side over here, but it does swivel out. Now, this is an extended balcony, so you have a really good size balcony, guys. And what's interesting is it's a full glass enclosure. So even on a windy day, it might not be too bad out here. Right? Sometimes balconies can be pretty windy, especially the bigger ones, but you're fully covered, fully protected, lots of privacy. Love this. Premium extended balcony. Let's go look at the bathroom. About the same size bathroom as we've been seeing. You have a corner shower with an adjustable shower head. You have your lotions and potions in there. Toilet in a great place for the tall and fluffy. That would be great. I'm at 6'4", so that's great. Single basin sink. You got some shelves, power, makeup mirror, storage, everything that you need. The bathroom's probably a little bit on the tiny side. But look, this is an older ship, but let me tell you, it looks great for being an older ship. Don't you think?
I do.
All right, premium extended balcony. Ciao. All right, now it's time to move into the suites, but we are moving into the junior suite. So this is the Serene Junior Suite. Hey everybody, this is cabin 10003. This is a Serene suite. As you come in, you see your bed. You have, it's a king and it's king configuration, but it can be two twins if you separate them. The nightstands would just go in the middle. You have USB and European power. If you have a converter, you can use those. Across from the bed, you have a TV, a nice cabinet here. Around the corner, you do have a nice sofa that in most cases can convert to become a bed. You have a gigantic balcony. The balcony is the same size as the cabin, if not bigger. Absolutely huge. We're up here at the front of the ship. So you have amazing views. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. By the way, your closets are right here as you come in the door. I forgot to mention those. You do have a little place to put keys and things right here, a couple of bar stools. Again, and then there's the bathroom. Bathroom, toilet actually is in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". And plenty of room for width as well, so it's good for the tall and fluffy. Old style shower. It's a corner shower with a curtain. Not too bad. Nice makeup mirror. There's some power up in there. A few shelves. Single basin sink. All in all, not bad. Serene Junior Suite. Ciao. Daiquiris. Daiquiris. We figured we'd go all in.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, time for a grand terrace suite. Hey everybody, this is cabin 8271. This is a grand terrace suite. So as we come in here, we're going to show that last, but it's a dressing area, makeup mirror, your closets are there, two closets, your bathroom's behind there, but we'll look at that here in just a minute. Coming in, nice cabin space in here, guys. You have a sofa here that can convert to be a bed in most cases. Love all the artwork, the wainscoting, beautiful. Bed, king-size bed, or two twins if you want to separate them. There is US power and USB at the head of the bed. Love it. And you have a couple more closets there. Over here you have, well, some wine. I was thinking a mini fridge might be here, but it's not. This is just all storage and drawers. Mini fridge would be over there. There's also some power here, US power, and that's light switches. Let's go take a look at your balcony for this grand terrace suite. It's elongated but skinny, right? Meaning narrow this way, but very, very long. So you have a lounger down in this end, and at the other end, you have a couple chairs and a little table. As you see, great looks out the side of the ship. We are here towards the back of the ship. So you have great looks all the way up and down. Let's go take a look at that bathroom now. So again, the dressing area right here, a couple closets as I mentioned. But here's the bathroom. You have a shub tower combo, which is also whirlpool. Now at my height of 6'4", that's raised a little bit, so it would be a little bit tight, but it looks like it would still be okay. It's clean, so I'm not going to go stand in there. I apologize. However, the toilet is in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". Also, there's plenty of width, so if you're a little on the fluffy side, that would be great. His and hers sinks. Love the granite in here, all the extra tile work. Absolutely beautiful. right? 6 shelves, makeup mirror, there's power, plenty of storage. One of the nicer bathrooms we've seen. There you go, your grand terrace suite here at the back of the ship. Let us know what you think. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao! All right, that wasn't in the aft, that was in the side. But this one is in the aft. This is a grand terrace suite in the aft of the ship. Hey everybody, this is cabin 7341. This is a grand terrace corner suite in the aft of the ship. Love the woodworking here as you come in. This opens up to the living room. As you can see, the sofa here, a little coffee table, nice artwork, and the curtains. Love it. Over here is your TV. There's a mini fridge there. European and US power only. We'll go take a look at the balcony. We'll do that right now. All right, huge balcony here at the back of the ship. It's not incredibly deep, but it's really long, and since it's a corner suite, it does wrap all the way around the corner here. We can see amazing views. It's all yours. Love it. As we get into the bedroom, you have a TV that is right here at the foot of the bed, as well as a little cabinet there. You have a, let's turn on some lights maybe. There we go. Turn on all the lights. We have our bed, which is king. As you see, it can be 2 twins as well. There's plenty of power in here. 2 US on that side, 2 US on that side. Also, you have a USB. Love the headboard here. There is a small walk-in closet, right? I mean, for a cruise ship, I guess a walk-in closet shouldn't be called small. It's just a walk-in closet, right? Got your Margaritaville, your robes there, safe as well. Here's a little dressing area, makeup area, doing your hair, whatever. I guess you could call it a dressing area, that may be more hair and makeup. And then we get to the bathroom. This is a suite, so you have his and her sinks. Love the granite countertops in here, all the inlaid tile work, 6 shelves, makeup mirror, there's power up top. You have a shove tower combo, right? The toilet itself is in a great place for someone my height, 6'4", as well as plenty of width for someone who might be on the fluffy side. But that tub, because it's going to be a little bit raised, it's going to be a little bit tighter up there. I wouldn't want to be too much taller than me because that tub is raised a little bit higher than where I'm standing. If I turn it around, you can see where I'm standing. There is room here for sure, but in that tub, there'd be a lot less room. So there you go. There is your grand suite. It's your grand terrace corner suite here in the aft of the ship. Let us know what you think. Ciao. Okay, well, the next one on the list says it's the same thing, so I don't know what it is. Let's take a look. Hey everyone, this is cabin 9006. This is a grand terrace corner suite. So as you come in here, let's turn down the volume here for just a minute so we can talk. As you come in, you have your bed and sort of living area, which you see is a nice expansive area. It's in its king configuration, but it can become 2 twins if you want. Love the headboard. There's some sort of LED lights in there. Love the whole background behind the bed. You do have some power next to the bed. It is European, but if you have an adapter, that'll work. And you have USB. As we came in, there are 3 closets. Hanging shelves and safe is all in there. There we go. Standard closets. Over here is your living area. Nice sofa. Again, I love the woodwork in here, right? Wainscoting, if you will. Little coffee table there. Now, this is a corner suite up here towards the front of the ship, so you have a gigantic balcony, guys. It is absolutely huge. 2 ways to get in and out. Lisa's showing the other way over there. But you are protected from the weather out here. And this balcony, this is a party balcony, everybody. Now, it does look like people can get out here, but I'm not sure. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. But either way, they can't get into your suite. I actually probably think it's more of a crew area, but we'll let you know when we're showing you this video. Let's go look at the bathroom. All right, so the bathroom's the same size as all the rest of them, except you have some nicer looking design in there. Excuse me, everybody. Adjustable shower head. There's lotions and potions in there. Toilet's in a great place for both height and width. I'm 6'4" and a little on the larger side. I'm not too big, but it's great for the tall and fluffy. You have 4 shelves, makeup mirror, power. There's storage down underneath. Nice single basin sink. So there it is, your grand terrace corner suite. Let us know what you think of this sucker here. I didn't talk about the TV, but obviously you can see it there, and there's power as well. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Yeah, so that one was in the front. The previous one was in the back.
Yes.
So we showed you the aft Grand Terrace Corner Suite, and we showed you the forward Grand Terrace Suite. I'm going to say forward aft. Oh my gosh.
Grand Terrace Corner Suite.
Yes. And last but not least, all right, applause. The signature Grand Suite, which is the nicest cabin on the ship.
Hey everybody, this is 7196. As you see, this is a signature grand suite, son of a sailor suite. So as you come in, as you see, it's an expansive suite. Absolutely love the decor in here, everybody. First come in, there is a closet right there on that side for some new clothing. Nice seating area. There's US power. I believe that's USB right there. You have mini fridge over here and bar area. There is a table with 2 seats right here, as well as behind Lisa, there's 3 closets for more of your clothing. Down here, you have your living room, nice sofa that typically can convert to become a bed, table that moves, end table with a Jimmy Buffett book. Love all the different features in here, and a nice TV. As we move into the bedroom, you have a king-size bed, or it can be 2 twins, however you want it. You have a European power and US at the head of the bed. Across from the bed is another TV. Let's go take a look, which we can't there. We got to get to the balcony from the living room. So decent sized balcony. It's a little bit deeper than some of the other ones we've seen. You have 2 recliners, 2 chairs and a table, and a lot more depth. We do have great views going one way. I mean, the other way, if you're looking out, is fine. You just can't see all the way to the front there because those cabins jet out. But yeah, still amazing views, everybody. Signature grand suite. All right, let's go take a look at the bathroom. Look at this. This is the nicest bathroom in here, okay? Toilet's in a great place for someone my height at 6'4", as well as plenty of width, so it's good for the tall, fluffy. Love the under-counter mount sinks. Nice storage, light up mirror. There's power in here as well. And talking about a shower, look at this shower, everybody. It is a complete walk-in with a huge rain shower head and a handheld wand. Absolutely love it. That's a party shower. Party shower. All right, so there's your signature grand suite. Let us know what you think of it here on the Islander. Ciao.
Filming Tom and Style.
Well, there you go, everybody. That is all 18 cabins here on the Margaritaville Islander. In fact, that is every cabin category they had. And this is the first shipwreck that we've ever been able to get every single cabin category.
Yeah.
Normally there's 1 or 2 missing, but we were able to work through and get this. We didn't have help, it just worked out right. So we appreciate you being here. So for all those giving us thumbs up, it really does help out the channel, and that is much appreciated. So let's get to some of the comments. I know you guys have been chit-chatting there.
Yes. I love it.
Karina says, those interior with a window on the Carnival Spirit class, which is the Islander. The Islander is based off of a Carnival Spirit class ship. They used to be called Juliet balconies. Interesting. They are considered an interior at interior price on Carnival Spirit class. It's a great deal. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's like, I stayed in that Spirit interior with a view. It's wonderful because of the deal. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, we're drinking. Bev likes that configuration for a quad. We agree too. The sofa doesn't pull out. It's called a jackknife, so it just sort of slides down. That's a horrible diagram, but you know, it just slides out like that and becomes a bed.
Yes.
So you could sleep 4 in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I totally like that rather than having the bunks over the top
Over the bed,
of the
yeah.
beds. Yes.
Hello, Jared. Welcome. How are you tonight?
Hi.
Is the item Lisa is holding during that? Yeah, that's our gimbal with my phone on it. It's a backup. It's not in case the battery dies. The battery's pretty good on that. It lasts almost videoing the entire ship. Almost the entire ship. But sometimes we see other things that we want to video when we don't want to use the 360 camera, and so we carry that with us.
I feel like we missed somebody.
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Oh, Valerie. Hi,
Hi,
if you
Valerie.
didn't say
And I
bye.
thought there was somebody before Valerie, too, that had popped in.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Here we go. There's Desiree. Boy, Jared, okay.
Yes.
Patricia, a partial view at least gives some daylight. Exactly. Yeah, so for those who are claustrophobic, I mean, the ocean views are great because it just gives you a sense of space, right, when you're getting that outside light. Hello, Desiree. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you tonight. Angela wants to know if Macrina's tipsy already. John L. Says, nice looking cabins for 20 years old. Yeah, well, look, the cabin space part was really completely refurbished. New furniture, new carpet, some new wall coverings and things, obviously new artwork, so they really do look new. We believe the carpet was not changed.
Yeah.
We feel the carpet looks original. It's hard to tell, but the carpet in the passenger hallways, all of that's been changed.
Yes, without a doubt.
But in the cabins, we believe that was still there.
Yeah.
The bathrooms, however, bathrooms are hard to refurbish on cruise ships because they're inserted as a module, and they don't really come out, right? So a little bit more challenging. So like most of the bathrooms are all original. Generally speaking, man, they're in great shape. Right? I mean, if you look up the ceiling, you can see some, bumps and bruises everywhere, sort of on the ship if you're looking around. But because they refurbed the cabins all the way, for the most part, it really looks great.
I love the decor that they chose in there. That wainscoting looks amazing in the staterooms. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Macrina loves a wake view,
Yes, me too.
and so does Angela. What's up, Cruises Forever? How are we doing? We're doing great. Hopefully you're doing well. All right. For those who joined us late, we are out here in the back of Deck 9. We are sitting sort of in front of the Tiki Bar and Grill. There's the bar over there. And so the people here on Margaritaville Islander were nice enough to actually lower the background music so we could hang out here with you guys.
Yes.
That's always the battle, is the background music. And
It is, and I cannot tell you how much we appreciate it.
Yes.
That's what we were saying. That thank you to Christian earlier,
Yes.
as well as the other people that have helped us.
So a lot of times I can find some way to turn it down myself, but mostly not, which is why we stay in the cabin a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, these guys here have been helpful. So anyway, Macrina tells Angela, I got my waddle of bine for a little drinky poo. She's actually having lemonade. It's funny, she's having the lemonade and we're drinking.
I know. That's
She says
crazy.
she's drinking LAX sake.
Oh, that's just wrong.
You owe us a bottle of sake.
That is so wrong.
Straight from Japan, please.
If you guys
The
don't
citrus
know,
one.
If you guys don't know, we actually had a bottle of sake confiscated by TSA. It was all wrapped up and it was supposed to have been, good, but no.
Whatever. Moving on. Party on that balcony. Yeah, there was a couple of big balconies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love them.
really, it was huge. Yeah, everybody go, wow, love that balcony. Yeah, you can sleep out there. This would be a great cruise for that because it's warm. We were dressed tonight for some events and plus dinner, the show. We got to see the show. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But to come out here, we're almost in Cozumel, and you can cut the air and humid. So we shorts and t-shirts for the broadcast.
We got rid of the long sleeve shirts before we
Yes.
came out this time.
The bathroom in the junior suite is disappointing. Yeah, there's only a couple other category of the suites that have the different / upgraded bathroom where they have granite instead of
Yes.
solid surface, or his and her sinks instead of that, right?
And those are all the suites.
The
junior
suites.
didn't
The
make
junior
it.
suite didn't have it.
Yeah, they
right.
didn't.
Yep. Oh, Mandacry, that's right.
Yeah.
But now we're having a strawberry slide. We like to change things up.
Yeah, might as well.
Strawberry slide. Everybody, huge party balcony. Yes. The last one is a VIP suite. Yeah, it is. I believe there's 6 of them on the ship. There's 3 on one side and 3 on the other. They all have
beautiful.
different names, yeah. That was the very last one we saw.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right. How do you get into all of the rooms for tours? We could tell you, but we'd have to kill you. Happy Father's Day to you, John L. Yeah, it's on Sunday, right? So we're one day away
We are.
for Father's Day for all the fathers out there. So we'll go all in a day early. So for all of the fathers out there, we hope you have a wonderful day with your family.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Father's Day.
We're going to be having Father's Day with
You guys.
our family.
Yes.
And maybe some of our real family will come on live, you know, and say, hey, we're at least together live.
Papa TMC.
Yeah, right. Macrina says, oh, the sake was good for tea. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Wrong.
What's up, brother Tom? How are you? Is everyone looking forward to being on the Moss Islander in September for 7 days? Wow, excellent. Yeah.
Nice,
Well,
yeah.
hopefully you'll like the tours.
Yeah,
And,
we're enjoying it.
So far, everything we've seen has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll give you another. I'd walk you around with the computer, but we lose a little bit of signal going out there. So, but obviously we're going to start the deck tours tomorrow, so you'll see those. But yeah.
Yeah, we're enjoying our time here.
I'm not sure how many deck tours we're going to be able to get to because it's only a 4-day cruise that we're on. We didn't book a 7-day part of it. We just 4 days, and we got to get off. We have to get back to work, like real work, not YouTube work. And so I'm not sure how much editing I can get done to show them all to you. That's just the time. Like we were up all night last night videoing. We had a little breakfast, went to bed around 7:15, something like that. Up around 1-ish, and I edited up until about 5:45, and then
we went
then we
out
had
for
the captain's toast tonight was a little bit different. If you missed the beginning of the show, but read the title, I said happy birthday. It's not my birthday. She's already had a birthday. It's actually the ship's birthday.
Yes.
Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. So it was on this day 1 year ago that they sailed for the very first time.
Yes.
So they celebrated with a big party today. So congratulations and happy birthday, Margaritaville at Sea Islander.
Yes.
You are 1 year old today, or at least with Margaritaville. The ship's much older than that, but yeah. And of course, celebrating also the fact that they have announced they're coming out with a 3rd ship. So I'm sure you didn't miss that, but if you did, it'll be out in late 2026. They have purchased the Costa Fortuna.
I thought it was coming out 2027.
No, 2026.
2026.
Late 2026.
Okay.
Right? Right? Or is it 27? I can't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be called the Beachcomber.
Chris is like, so awesome you're outside for live stream. Yes,
Yeah.
Literally, thanks to the audio crew here on the ship. Christian was literally sitting where Lisa was, like up to like 1 second before we started the stream. I'm like, dude, you can hang out with me if you want.
Yeah, I was going to stand behind, but I guess he didn't understand and he got up and left.
but
We were going to have him on with us.
But he comes out here with his iPad. All the audio around the ship is all controlled on an iPad. They have an app and a template they use, and he pulled up this bar and down, and it went down for a little bit. So we're nice and quiet, and he'll come back tonight when we're done to bring it back up.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, it's only, especially since we forgot all of our equipment.
True.
Because without the headphone mics going through the Duo with the compression and the gates, I can't block out the sound. So, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. So, all right. EJ says, hello. I was watching the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. God bless them, right? Go Army.
Yes.
250 years old.
Happy anniversary.
You need a bushwhacker. We'll stick with the Catagories for now. Shh, be very, very quiet. I know, right? EJ, hello, happy Father's Day, all right?
Thank you. Happy
The last suite looked amazing, but the balcony didn't match the inside. No, I don't think they did a lot to any of the balconies on this ship, on any of the cabin categories. The flooring's original. If you look around, I was telling you everybody last night, during last night's stream, the areas that we honestly see the most wear and tear are on the balconies.
Yeah.
I don't see rust anywhere else on the ship, but I can see it from the balconies. So
they've done a really good job in
Yeah.
remodeling and refurbishing the ship. They really have.
they got to get out and give the balconies another coat of paint.
Yeah.
Yes. The handrails, though, they're nice.
Yeah.
They've refinished those.
They have.
So
They have. And I saw somebody out painting today, which surprised me for a sea day.
yeah. Patricia says they do sneaky to get in those cabins. Shh. I was watching. Oh, we were already talking about that. I'm watching too. Nice.
Nice.
Give my boys a, shout out too from the
Yes.
tall man.
Yes.
So, yep. Awesome. They're enjoying it. So there you have it.
Very nice.
So tomorrow we are actually going to be in Cozumel,
Yeah.
our only one stop. We are going to get off the ship for a little bit, just stretch our legs, which is sort of what we do now in Cozumel. Maybe buy some meds while we're here. It's, again, what we do when we're in Cozumel. There's only one deck left of the ship for us to video, which is the upper deck. Honestly, they actually had it closed off last night.
They closed it at 8 o'clock, I believe.
It wasn't
the
that it
upper
was,
deck.
that windy, but they close it.
It's all the mini golf and the basketball and pickleball and all of that stuff is upstairs, and they just close it.
You can get onto deck 10,
Okay.
but we chose not to.
Okay.
We're just going to do 10 and up tomorrow. We do that typically in one video. Not tomorrow during the show, but we're going to video that while everybody is off in Cozumel, and then we'll get off ourselves.
Yes.
But tomorrow night we'll start our deck tours. If I can get multiple decks edited between now and the time we go live, we'll have multiple decks for you guys to see tomorrow. Yes, I know it's not a huge ship, but it doesn't matter. It still takes the same amount of time to edit a big ship deck plan as it does the small ship deck plan. Okay, so, but we'll try to get you as many as we can, and if we can't get them while we're doing our live shows from the ship, we release them after the fact anyway. And don't forget, all the cabins and the deck plans will be re-released as 360-degree type immersive videos.
Yes.
So when you start watching them, we started doing this with the Ovation of the Seas. If you look watching the videos on YouTube after the fact, there'll be arrows up there where we have a logo there now, but when we re-release videos, if you see an arrow up there, that means the video is immersive. So you can actually change the orientation of the video. If you want to look a little more left, you can slide the video and move it a little more left, up or down or right, or zoom in, zoom out. It's very cool. So there was that. So outside of that, most of our day, again, we slept in, and then I started editing. So around 5:45, like we were talking about, the big party they had was down in the atrium. And so the singers came out and did some stuff, and the captain gave a big speech. The guitarist was there playing as well. It was a nice little party. We videoed it, and again, we'll figure out what we're going to do with that video later. After that, we went to dinner. Tonight, we had dinner in the Islander restaurant. There are two sort of main restaurants. One is, we'll call it, it's Finn's. It's
The main
I don't
dining.
want to call it free, but it's the main dining for those who have done nothing else with their food choices. Okay, they're open 5:30 to 9 or 9:30. You don't need a reservation unless you have a large group. Outside of that, just show up and you get seated. Now, just above that is on the next deck up. It's called the Islander restaurant. That is the restaurant for people who are staying in suites and who bought the dining package. A slightly different menu. We snuck in there tonight. So let's go over the menu.
Sure.
The main part of the menu,
Which is the same for both
which
restaurants.
is the same, yep, for both restaurants tonight, was carnitas, classic shrimp cocktail, clam chowder, Jamaican soup, Florida citrus salad, cheese ravioli, Caesar salad, and Jimmy's jambalaya. For the headliners, crusted salmon, ranchero flat iron steak, chicken marsala, pumpkin and okra stew, and deviled shrimp. For dessert, pineapple in paradise, pina colada lush, and ice cream. We had to skip dessert. We'll talk about that in a minute. Where's the other one?
Page over. There you go.
So there's another menu they serve, some extra things for those, again, it's called the sweet menu. By the way, we're going to share all this stuff with you on our Facebook group. So if you're new to the channel here watching and you're not part of our Facebook group, please go. It is a private group, so you got to answer the 2 questions to get in. The 2 questions are, what was your first cruise? And 2, adhering to the group rules. If you do that, it'll let you right in. We post different content there. For example, all the ship's menus, pictures of the food that we have, daily activities, food we don't, or menus, like for instance, Lisa goes around and gets all the bar menus. We post all of that up there in our Facebook group.
Which I'm working on editing those so I can get those posted probably tomorrow. The bar menus will go up.
So make sure you go to the Facebook group,
Yes.
okay? There you go. Anyway, so the sweets part of the menu is clams casino, steak tartare, and a carne asada flatbread. I had that. It was really good. The additional main courses, or they call them headliners, pan-fried prime rib and a spice-rubbed snapper. For dessert, they had a Havana Daydreamin', which I actually ordered. It says soft-centered mango raspberry bomb. But in the end, we left. We didn't get dessert. It wasn't because service was slow. The service was fantastic. It just, we got there at
Later
about
than
20
we had
after 6. By the time we got seated and the waiter got there, it was, 6:30, 6:35, and we needed to be in the theater by 7:15. Well, we got to the theater by 7:20.
Yeah.
So, but we got all of our appetizers and our dinner and all that stuff in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was a great time. It just, we wanted to go see the show. I've never been on a Margaritaville ship before, so obviously we've never seen any of the shows since we've never been on a ship before. And we were allowed to put the camera out by the audio guy, which sits in a great place, and video the show.
Yes.
And so we got that video, but we had to get there at a certain time to do it. So we skipped dessert. So the show. Outside of the show, the musicians around the ship, there's been a guitarist down in the lobby who's fantastic. I've heard another solo act who's been great. The piano player is great.
Yeah.
I heard a duo that's good. Haven't gone into the nightclub. I'm sure the DJ's banging. Haven't heard any sort of band anywhere yet. I don't know if they have them or not. We went to bed last night after the stream because we had to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we didn't. So we're going to take some of that in. Hopefully tonight, maybe a little bit tomorrow night. But the main show, 4 singers, 6 dancers.
Singers.
Well, one of the dancers was also a singer. His
Yes.
primary looked like he was a dancer, but he was a singer. So they had 4 primary singers, and then the 6 dancers.
Yes.
One of which also sang.
Yes.
And a specialty artist like juggled and balanced and stuff like that.
Yes.
The show overall was not bad. The tech was fine. The talent was great. I felt that the music track could use a little bit of love. It seemed to be lacking. And I also feel, it's just me, they switch from song to song to song to song way too fast. They do like lots of medleys, and they'll do like 20 seconds of a song and then boom, into another song. And they may do like a minute and a half of that song, and then they'll go do another 20 seconds of a song. It just lacked a little flow in that aspect.
I myself thought the soundtrack sounded a little thin, and I would have loved to have seen that show with a live band.
That would have been great.
I think with a live band, it would have made a world of difference. Yeah.
The audience loved it. Everybody had a fantastic time.
Yes.
And as I said, the show was good. I think it was just missing on a few things.
And they tied in a little bit of humor with it too, which
Yeah.
was unexpected, and
Yeah.
it was good. I
Yeah.
liked that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that. Yep. So there you go. All right. Did we miss anything back here? Yes, we did. Margarita want to know how dinners have been. We just told you. Oh, actually, no, we didn't. The food was actually fantastic. And hi, Unleasha. How are you? I don't know if it came to your name yet, but we'll get there. Or did we?
That was the one that I told you I thought we missed.
Oh,
yeah,
Unleasha.
it's
We're
way
back up there.
Way back
I'm
up
sorry,
there.
Unleasha. I'm sorry we missed you. Ashley says, hey, better late than never, but I'm here. Nope, not to worry. Hopefully you had a good time last night.
Yeah.
EJ had a question. Does the color scheme in the atrium get you a bit dizzy because it looks very loud? No.
I didn't feel a bit dizzy at all in the atrium.
No, not at all.
I liked the way that they have tied things in, very nautical looking. And of course, the parrots with Jimmy Buffett are up overhead, so when you're looking up, it's like their birds are flying overhead, and there's like a plane and stuff. I like it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The to me the most wild looking decor is inside the nightclub, but it's masked as surfboards.
Yeah. The nightclub, it's very, very techno, if you will. And then, like you said, they've got like a wall lined up with surfboards, multicolored surfboards around there. So it has an
But they're like
interesting
stained glass
feel.
looking.
It's like stained
Yeah.
glass surfboards. For me, I think the interesting color scheme is going to be in the buffet. Everything is mostly in shades of blue. And then they've got sofas in there. Would you call those sofas? I guess they're like sofas.
In the buffet?
In the restaurant upstairs. But they're like the shade of green that doesn't quite match, in my opinion. That's the wildest thing to me. Everything else I think is done very, very well.
Yeah, it doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
Everybody saying hello. No banana split. We didn't ask yet.
No.
I wasn't going to ask tonight because we were afraid when we were ordering that we weren't even going to be able to get to dinner.
Yeah, we knew that we were tight on time.
Yeah. And if we didn't go to the show, we would have been fine. But
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow night we'll try for banana split. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, that dessert sounded good. The mango
Yes.
bomb. I know, that's why I ordered it."
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh well. That just means we're going to have to come back.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah, so I've got pictures and stuff for the food tonight, so that hopefully I'll get that posted later on this evening, if not definitely tomorrow. And like I said, I'm working on the bar menus as well, so hopefully I'll have those posted on Facebook tomorrow too.
Macrina, we'll talk about the buffet at the end when we're done. We can't tell you yet. I told you we slept in. We had breakfast, but the full buffet wasn't open yet. It didn't open until 7 for breakfast, but it was like continental at 6:30 or something.
The Danish was great.
Yeah, so there was Danish and muffins and some fruit and cereal, stuff like that. They had at 6:30. We finished videoing at 5:30. But we were hungry. I'm like, you know what? We just continental. And we were done with that in 15 minutes. We're like, okay, it's time
Done.
to go. I mean,
It's time for bed.
we're like, dragging back to bed. So we didn't see the breakfast buffet. When we got up with lunch, when we got up, by the time we got up, I did a bunch of editing. I'm like, okay, I need some food. Let's go. The buffet was actually closed for lunch. So we had the hamburgers. Cheeseburger in paradise.
Yeah, which I really enjoyed. I really did.
I enjoyed them more than Guy's Burgers, to be
I did
honest.
I did as well. My burger, the restaurant is called Cheeseburger in Paradise, and this one here has to say, can I get it without cheese? So they had some burgers without cheese that they had in a warmer. So I think mine may have been a little extra done, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, like Robert said, even more than Guy's Burgers.
Yep.
On Carnival, I did really enjoy it.
So we'll answer, did it improve later?
Yes.
We actually get up in the morning to have breakfast and make it actually to the buffet for lunch.
Well, I do know they had Island Eats out here on the pool deck. That was open when I was out getting bar menus, and it's like seafood that you can purchase, kind of like Seafood Shack on Carnival.
Yeah.
So that was open, so I do know that.
Yeah.
But as far as the rest of the buffet, we'll have to let you know.
You're welcome. Well, you're going to get to see the atrium as we video it probably tomorrow, I would think. Right? I got to get, it's on deck 2.
So we got
deck 2, there's the atrium. Yeah, so you're going to get to see it from our view, if you will, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you can tell me what you think. It's an invitation-only event dedicated to Jimmy Buffett. Ooh. Write that as a note. We'll have to ask. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me take a note on that, Tom.
If there is, we haven't been invited. We're not in a suite, so I don't think so.
No? Okay. All right, so for Tom, is there an invitation only
Events dedicated to Jimmy Buffett. And Macrina also wants to know, do they have a brunch or MDR lunch? Yeah, they do.
Okay, got it.
We'll try to get down for a brunch one day. Won't be tomorrow. It'll have to be the last sea day. It's like with 4-day cruises, there's such limited time to get stuff because our main focus, of course, is getting all the content that we need to get for the channel, which it just takes a certain amount of time. I'm not talking about editing and broadcasting the live shows. I'm literally just talking, we got to get the video done.
Yeah.
And that, unfortunately, there are things that are going to have to give way on a 4-day cruise. The fact that we were able to get that show in tonight was a miracle.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You'll have to take some pictures of the pizza or the pizza road trip.
I
Day one.
did, yeah, on the highlights.
Go rewatch the highlights.
Yeah.
There was pizza in there.
Yeah.
I had it. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's high up the list. Really, it's pretty good. Almost had some more today. Actually, I've had it twice now.
Have you?
Or no, was it just the once?
I
No,
thought
it was just the once. Yeah, just the once.
I'm gonna have to try it. I had the burger today, so I'm gonna have to do pizza tomorrow.
EJ says, gotta say, me and the wife enjoy live streams. Thank you.
Aw,
we appreciate
thank
you.
you.
And a little
Yeah,
extra
thank
love
you
for you.
very
Hang on, I
much.
gotta go. I don't have my normal. I don't have my button machine. I got
Usually have
nothing.
flashing lights.
Yes. Hang on.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
There you go.
Oh,
That's-
no. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Flashing
Here,
lights.
Wait. Here. Oh, come on. Turn on.
There we
for
go.
me.
Oh, look, we're doing this.
Come on. Turn on. This thing turns on every
There we
time I
go.
don't want it to. There you go.
Yeah, we work with what we've got.
Which is not much because we left all our gear at home. Whoops.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Thank you.
Ooh, question. Ooh, we're getting tough now.
Okay.
How much better is the Islander than the Glory of the Conquest? Okay, well, the Conquest was an absolute piece of garbage.
That is bottom of our list, dead last.
In our
In our
opinion.
opinion.
We just didn't like it. I mean, the ship itself was in halfway decent shape. It wasn't horrible, but not just us, but we've actually, several people have commented and come into that's gone on that ship several times, hoping it would be better with a different
Conquest.
set of people. It just, I don't know what's going on with the Conquest, but it just seems to be a big fight all the time. So Conquest, we're going to take that off. It's not even a thing. The Glory and the Islander. That's a tough one because
is.
we enjoyed our time in the Glory.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for me to tear the two apart. I will say this cruise has seemed much more relaxed
Yes.
than our time on the Glory.
Yes.
Not that Carnival's crew is unfriendly at all. I mean, they're great. These people just seemed a little extra friendly. I mean, just another,
They are
2%.
incredibly friendly and
Yeah.
helpful and approachable, and it's
Yeah.
customer service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we're not just talking about the customer. We're talking about
No,
everybody: the bartenders,
everybody.
the waiters, the servers, the
Yeah.
cabin stewards, everybody we run into.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. To
And,
include
you know,
the girl that stands by herself for a good bit of the day.
The ice cream girl, yes.
serving the soft serve.
Yeah.
There's 2 soft serve machines.
They're
it's
tucked
not-
away. They're a little bit
yeah,
hard to
it's
find.
not self-serve, soft serve. There's somebody there, but she stands there and it's a little bit off the way, and she's she's
Hey,
smiling and waving to people.
Yeah, very, very, very friendly.
Yeah.
In my experience, that comes from the top. When employees are happy, they are much nicer to the customers, and so that to me says a lot.
Yep. So
It says
obviously,
a lot.
again, as
They're
she
doing
said from the
something right
top,
here. Yeah.
Nail that down just a little more. Sorry.
Yeah, they're doing something right.
Yeah. Even some of the officers that we've spoken to off the side, like the guys at dinner, it's just everybody's been super nice. We've ran into a couple officers, chit-chatting on the buffet. They were great. Today during the party, we were standing it's hard to explain, but in the center atrium, there's deck 2 and deck 3. Deck 3 overlooks the downstairs area, obviously. But there's a little platform up on 3 where the stairs end up there on deck 3. That's right where the DJ was standing, and a couple officers were going to stand there. And Lisa and I had actually been standing there next to the DJ, outside of their little area, but standing there, like right at the edge of the steps and at the rail, so we could video looking down. And they allowed us to stay there, even though they asked most everybody else to make way for the officers that were going to come up to the rail, because they announced them and they were staying on the rail.
They
but
did.
They let us stay there. I don't know if it's because we had.
They let him. I didn't hear that, so I went on downstairs,
Yeah.
and he was.
I
able
stood
to
right
stay
at the
up.
edge, and I was able to sit up there and video
Yeah.
and stuff. So, we just don't see a lot of that
No.
customer service
And
on the other lines.
And I was looking for Deanna today.
Yes.
And what's the office that's next to her? Is that the Next Cruise?
That is Next Cruise, yes.
Yeah. So the Next Cruise lady, she was trying to help some other customers, and I didn't realize it was at the same time. I thought she was part of concierge as well. And so I had asked her if she knew where Deanna was, and she says no, and she says, I'm trying to help these people over here, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, no problem. And I left. Well, later on, I walked by, and she flagged me down, and she's like, I want to, I'm so sorry that I didn't spend more time with you. Then I was like, no, you were perfectly fine. I knew that you were doing that. You answered my question.
Yeah.
I was good. But no, she took the extra time to make sure that I had gotten the answer that I needed. And again, that says so much.
Yeah, the production manager of the show sat and chit-chat with us for a few minutes before the show.
Yeah.
I was chit-chatting with the audio guy, because we sat sort of by the audio console, because I wanted to put my camera there, because it was a great spot, Not the best spot to really watch behind the audio console, because you do
lose a little bit.
yeah.
Sightline challenges.
Right?
Yeah.
But I had the camera in front of all of that.
Yeah.
And so the camera had a good angle. So we wanted to be polite and say thank you and sit there and chit chat. But they're like, oh no, you can sit there. Because it was sort of like a reserved area. And again, we're not in suites. We were in an inside cabin 3 days ago. And I upgraded to a balcony for like $50, right? So we're not getting any kind of special treatment. It just, everybody's just been that nice.
Everybody is that nice.
Yeah, so
I'd have to go. I have
would
to go Margaritaville.
I would probably come back here before the Glory.
I think I would as well.
And not that we disliked the Glory.
No,
We enjoyed it.
I just am enjoying this that much better.
They're about equidistant
Yeah.
from a drive.
Yeah.
Might be slightly longer
I
to
think
get
this
down
is
here.
a little bit longer of a drive.
Like maybe 20 minutes or so or something like that.
Yeah, not bad.
It's nicer, in my opinion. I would much rather go to Cozumel than to the Bahamas. I would rather get a little bit further away. And so that may play into it as well. But yeah,
Maybe.
we've liked our so far. Look, yesterday was day one. We just got on the ship. Today, we slept until 1-ish, and then outside of coming to get a burger, I was in the cabin editing all day.
Yeah.
And so we didn't spend too much time outside until 5:45. We saw the party, got that video, went and ate dinner, went to the show, grabbed the computer, and we're here. So it'll be the next 2 days that determine, for me, the answer to that question, because we really haven't hung out enough, I think.
Yeah, and I'm going to say something else as well. We talk a lot about, the customers can make a difference as well. The people that have been on the ship, as well as the staff, has been very, very friendly, and I saw the coolest thing ever today. They were doing the Sexy Man Challenge out on the pool deck, and they've got them, swinging around poles and doing push-ups and things like that. Well, the last person that they called, an older gentleman in a wheelchair, and one of the other contestants wheeled him out, spun him around the pole, and the gentleman in the wheelchairs, started to stuff the best that he could, and everybody was just like, yeah. But I thought that was just the coolest thing.
Another passenger.
That another passenger did that for this gentleman.
Yeah, that seems to be. There's a lot of niceties, nice things with the crowd, and that's the hardest. Also, the hard. We straight up square with you guys. In 2 more days, all these people get off.
And who knows who's going to come on next? Who knows
what next group of people are going to get on?
And you might have a different experience from us.
But when it came to the Conquest, I've seen enough comments about what's going on that ship from our time, from other people's time, that seems to perpetuate. Yeah. So I'm comfortable in saying, I probably would not want to go back on that ship. Yeah. I would have to come back here again, probably really to 100% tell you, Chris, and I'm not trying to put it off to the side, but this is new and fresh to us. So of course it's all shiny, right? Shiny. Right? So, but I'd like to come back again.
I would as well.
And get another taste and see if anything is different with a different group of people. Or is that just what this line is like? Yeah. Right? So
hope that helps.
Yes. I know it's sort of, drifting off, sort of taking the fence, but we've had a great time so far in the engagements we've had, which have been minimal. We have 2 more days, so we're going to get a lot more. We'll be out a lot more. Well, I won't say a lot more. I've still got a ton of editing to do, but
we
a
will
little
be
bit
out
more.
A little bit
right?
more, yeah.
And then hopefully we can find a time, in a relative short period of time, to come back on, experience it again with a different set of people, and then we can truly say yes or yes, but. So, again, moving on. Macrina's like, I get it, time is limited. Oh, it's so limited.
Yeah, very, very limited.
EJ says, your info on cruises is really on point. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And again, we always preface this with an asterisk. As far as we're concerned, it's on point for our style of cruising, right? There are things that it may bother us that don't bother other people. And so if we say, this here, we don't like the food because of this. Well, somebody else may say, well, I love that food. Well, I'll give you the perfect example. Lisa and I are not the fondest of NCL. And of course, the ship that we just went on there, brand new ship, the Aqua, it was on a 7,
ship.
Turned into 10-day.
It did.
Right, transatlantic.
Beautiful ship.
One, truly, of the most beautiful ships we've seen. Really, amazingly
Seriously.
Beautiful ship.
Yeah.
But that cruise was an absolute nightmare. The food was not all that good. The entertainment was fantastic. Some of the people on the ship, but most importantly, the crew didn't do a lot to keep you entertained on a 10-day cruise that you were barricaded inside the boat because it was so cold and so windy and inclement outside. They literally locked the doors to get on the outside decks. And we just didn't like some of these things. But so somebody left a comment, says, that doesn't bother me, that doesn't bother me, and that doesn't bother me. I love NCL.
Perfect. It's a beautiful ship.
Great. Go have at it.
Yeah.
Right? So
enjoy.
we like to share with you how we move through our day, the things that we do, how we do them, things that we like to do or don't like to do, and give you those opinions on those types of things. And so if that resonates with your style of cruising, then EJ, we're a great fit.
And we also do, if we don't like something, we try and tell you why we didn't like it. So it's not just it's just crap.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason that we didn't like it, and this is what it is.
All right, Tom, I'll look for the email when we're done. Thank you, EJ. You too.
Good night.
I booked the Glory for the Carnival's 55th celebration party. Nice. due to your good review of it. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought Robert Lisa will like it, and it's good for me. Perfect.
We
yeah,
love the
we
Glory.
love the Glory.
Yeah.
We had-
We said right then and there that, hey, we'd go on the Glory anytime.
Yeah.
It was in great shape.
Yep.
The food was good.
Yep.
Entertainment was okay.
Yep.
We enjoyed it.
People that got on the boat with us, we had a great time with.
Yep.
Again, all the crew and the staff, fantastic. Yeah.
Good crowd.
I think some of the choice at this moment is we've been on Carnival so many times.
Well, that's true too.
Same old apples. Again, new, shiny.
Shiny.
So if we have a choice and we didn't have a bad time, we're going to come back here first.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same ship, right? We've not done very many same ship cruises. We've been, again, very up and honest about this. Our goal is to map all the ships in the industry. If we're continually getting on the same exact ship again and again and again and again, then we're not getting to map all the
But
ships.
I'm going to preface that too with this is a shorter itinerary.
It is.
And we usually do a back-to-back
Yep.
on the shorter
Or 7,
itineraries.
yeah.
Or 7 days, which this is not. So I would feel like we're not going outside of our goals if we were to come back, because part of our goals too is to experience some of that, and if we're not doing a back-to-back on the shorter cruises, we don't have that time that we need to experience it, so we can give our honest opinion.
That's true. Chris, I was wondering when you would try them all. The Islander, since Mark and Rocky said it was their favorite ship, I believe. Yeah, Mark and Rocky. When we started talking about it, we said, "Don't tell us too much," right?
We don't want to know.
We've told you guys all too many times. We watch no videos on the ships we're about to get on if they're already an existing ship. Obviously, if it's a brand new ship, there are no videos. But for like Glory and Conquest or the Ovation of the Seas,
Yeah.
this ship, we watch nothing. We want to get on and experience it. Now we hear people talk. Again, Mark and Rocky said they enjoyed their time here. It's great. Just don't say anything else. I don't want to know. Because we want to get on and find our way, right? And move through our processes as opposed to, man, well, they said that sucked. We're not going to bother to go.
We don't want to go in with any preconceived notions.
Yeah. So
We want to form our own opinions.
yeah, and we were always going to get on this ship. As we had mentioned before, we were like seconds away from the inaugural. I literally, I had it ready to book. I'm like, I'll just do it in the morning. And the price went like quadrupled or something like that. Overnight. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that now. So that kind of upset me a bit. It is what it is, supply and demand. Anyway, and we've just been waiting for a good deal, right? And we found a good deal, and here we are. So
We're cheap
Anyway.
bargain shoppers.
yeah, don't worry about it, Chris. Don't. We'll work our way through it. I read text very well. Now, obviously, they have the Paradise.
Yes.
We've heard all the stuff on that. Again, have seen no videos. Heard a lot of people say negative things about it. I don't know. So we're probably going to have to try the Paradise too. And of course, we're going to have a third ship within, it could have been 2027.
I thought it was
It could be.
2027.
Yeah, it could be
'Cause it seemed to me
2027.
that they were buying it in 2026 because Costa had to go through their, and then it has to go through a recertification and then a modification. To me, I thought it was 2027 is when it's coming out.
I don't know. There shouldn't be recertification because it's not. It'll have all its documentation. Unlike the VAV ship, that was a special circumstance.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so yeah, but our whole thing is we want to map all the ships the way that we do it, and now we're also doing it in 360, and so they're all the videos are going to be interactive. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go back and get the other ones again.
Oh yeah.
We may have to go on those again twice.
Oh man, boo-hoo.
What a pity. Not until we've done
What a
everything else.
shame. What a shame.
We'll have to come back later. Right? So, all right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Honestly, we are exhausted.
Yeah.
We only got a few hours of sleep. So, tomorrow night, the deck tours start. So, it'll be 9 p.m. We'll probably be right back here in this same spot here out in the back of Deck 9 here in the Tiki Bar and Grill.
Because Kristen's taking care of us out
Yes,
here.
thank you, Christian.
Yes. thank
I don't know how many decks we're going to get through, but when you see the posting on our Facebook group, make sure you go to the Facebook group. There it is again. you can go ahead and I'll put the link there. You'll figure out what we're doing there. Also, we want to thank all of our Patreons for helping support us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. If you want to help support our endeavors and what we do, because we're out here on our own, y'all. Nobody gives us anything. I don't know why people start YouTube channels and think that cruise lines are just going to start plopping stuff in front of them. No, that just doesn't happen. So those who support us, thank you so much. If you want to support, patreon.com, Tall Man Clan. There you go. Outside of that, we love each and every one of you. But you know the drill. We don't have to go home, but we do have to get the beep up out of here. Peace.